I swear this week has been unbelievably exhausting. Every teacher suddenly decided assignments are a competitive sport.
Tell me about it. I stayed awake finishing history notes while questioning every life decision I've ever made.
Isn't today the Renaissance lecture?
Yeah, Mr. Thompson said it's academically significant, which usually means a long explanation and a surprise question.
Fantastic. I will participate intellectually while internally panicking.
We should go before he closes the door again.
Last time he stared at me like I personally disrupted historical continuity.
Bro, history first period should honestly be illegal.
At least it's not math. Historical confusion feels more philosophical.
Did anyone actually read the chapter?
I read the title. That counts as preliminary research.
Good morning, class. Kindly direct your attention to the front of the room and ensure you are prepared to begin. Today we will explore the Renaissance and study its lasting impact on Western civilization, including its contributions to education, artistic expression, and scientific progress.
Wait, are we talking about paintings and artists today? Or is this another complicated history lecture?
I think it's about how people started thinking differently instead of just following traditions.
So basically the moment humanity decided to become smarter?
More like the moment people realized knowledge could actually change society.
I forgot there was homework reading for this.
Same. I read half the chapter and then completely lost focus.
Honestly, first period history requires emotional preparation.
Why do you believe the Renaissance remains important today?
Because many modern ideas about education, science, and creativity began during that period.
And it kind of explains why innovation became more important than tradition.
Why do you believe the Renaissance remains important today?
So without the Renaissance, we probably wouldn't have modern technology.
Or at least we'd still be writing everything with feathers and ink.
Imagine turning in a 20-page essay written entirely by hand and hoping the ink doesn't smear before the teacher reads it.
And imagine waiting weeks for information instead of searching for answers instantly online.
That actually shows how revolutionary the Renaissance was. People began valuing discovery, experimentation, and education in ways that accelerated human progress.
So the Renaissance basically started the chain reaction that eventually led to modern science, technology, and innovation.
That makes history sound less like memorizing dates and more like understanding how the present came to exist.
Precisely. History is not merely a record of past events, it is an ongoing narrative explaining how society evolves over time. Before we conclude today's lesson, I would like everyone to reflect briefly on how the Renaissance encouraged independent thinking and intellectual curiosity. These ideas continue to influence modern education, scientific advancement, and artistic creativity even today.
It's interesting how one historical period can completely change how people understand knowledge and progress.
Yet, it feels less like ancient history, and more like the starting point of modern society.
That observation demonstrates exactly why studying history remains valuable. Understanding the past allows us to better interpret the world we currently live in. Alright, everyone, that concludes today's lesson. Please remember to complete your reflection paragraph discussing how Renaissance ideas still influence modern life. Have a productive rest of your day.
Thank you, Mr. Thompson.
Honestly, that lesson was way more interesting than I expected.
Same. I thought history was just memorizing dates. But today actually made sense.
I just hope the homework isn't longer than the lesson itself.
At least we survived first period. That already feels like an achievement.
Now we only have 6 more classes standing between us and freedom.
Don't remind me. I'm still mentally recovering from waking up this early.
Honestly, history wasn't that bad today. It actually made me think differently about how the world developed.
Yeah, I never realized how much modern life connects back to something that happened hundreds of years ago.
Alright, next class before we're late again.
Agreed. Let us move before another lecture about punctuality begins.
That sounds like a historical event I'd rather avoid.